Okay, this video is going up late. It's August. It's the beginning of August right now when this will go up. Because I haven't been motivated really, and I've just had a lot going on. So, but I read quite a bit in July. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First up, Jujutsu Kaisen number 16. Finally, the end of the Shibuya arc. And we get to see the aftermath. It's pretty cool, actually. I can't wait for it to be animated, because it's going to be awesome. All the fighting, like, if Mappa does it right, like Chainsaw Man, that animation looks really fire so far, from the trailer. But Volume 17 comes out this month, the month of August. So I'll definitely be picking that up when it comes out. I like how the battle ended. And it really, carves a path, sets up what's going to happen. But as you can see in this panel, Sukuna has taken over Yuji's body for a brief moment in time. Well, what's that? He's a fireball. Who's he aiming that at? You don't know. Go read the manga. It's epic. You can hear cats running around, I imagine. They're playing. But next up, I read Welcome Back, Alice, Volume 2. Again, Shuzo Oshimi. I like this series. It's very interesting, and the way it ended, Shuzo Oshimi, most of his manga you can't really predict, like Devil Ecstasy. When Volume 2 is out now, and I need to get it. I just, came out at the beginning of this month. I'm gonna order it. I'll go into that later, my orders. But it was really, really, like, tense, this volume. Like, where, Volume 1 left off. It was great. Sorry, I'm playing with my... I have dry skin. Picking at it. Anyway. Can't wait for Volume 3. I don't know where this series is going. I can't predict it. But, yeah. Next up. Vagabond Omnibus 7 Visbig. I loved it, as always. We got to see some more of Kojiro, I believe is his name. The Musashi's rival. And then we got to go back to Musashi a little bit and see what he's doing. Which is really awesome, And it showed how his next fight ended, but it was in the process of showing us how he got to that point, which I'm really excited to read in Omnibus 8 whenever that gets back in stock. I think it said November, so it'll be quite a bit. Loved it. Fantastic art as always. There's a kitten meowing. Next up, I read Junji Ito's Cat Diary. Yawn and Moo. It was great. It was funny. I finally know where my shirt came from, my Junji Ito shirt with the cat on it. It was his wife. He drew his wife as a cat in this, like, she snapped at him. I'm like, yeah, I like, He was, I liked it. And even they showed us some pictures of the actual cats, which was cool. I think Yawn passed away, if I'm correct. It's been, like a month since I've read it, so yeah. The art was great. I really like how he did his cats, and the stories were so interesting. And at first, he explained. This isn't a spoiler. I mean, they're short stories. There's really no spoiling. But in the beginning, anyway, he talks about how he was a dog person. He wasn't really a cat person, but then when his wife was his fiance and they moved in together, she had a cat, and it was Yawn. And slowly over time, he became a cat person. Like, even, he was like the little moments, like, he was like, I like you, cat, I like you, and then he was like, I'm not sure how I feel about you. It was interesting. Next up, Spy X Family. Finally read Volume 1. It was, I think it might be overhyped in my opinion. I'm gonna watch the anime, I think. I have a lot of anime on my list to watch, but I'm currently watching some real life shows. And it's like, I like to watch one show at a time, like watch that all the way through. And yeah, that was a cat again. Rough housing. But I kind of see the appeal of Spy X Family. I'm, like I said, I'm going to try and watch the anime, but if not, I'll get volume 2 or 3, both maybe. I mean, of course, both or just 2, and see if I like it more or less. Time will tell. Interesting concepts, I will say that. Next up, Fist of the North Star. What is it? Volume 5, Volume 6? I don't really remember because I put it away. I still have a ton of manga. I don't really have any space, so I'm making room as I go. So probably spend a day and put some manga away so they don't get dusty. This volume, I don't know. It was good. I liked it. I don't know. Fist of the North Star, I read it and I sort of enjoy it. I don't know why I read it, actually. It's alright. It's good. This volume, we saw Ken snap a little bit. Like, we saw him angry. So that was something. And I did look at the anime on Crunchyroll. I looked and I saw it had like over 100 episodes, if I'm correct. And I'm like, cool. I wonder how it ends. I really do. So I'll keep reading. Art was great as always. Next up, Boys Run the Riot. See, I really liked this a lot more than I was expecting. I read the first volume. I think there are 4 in total. The other 3 were there at the store, but I was hesitant to get them. I didn't yet. But it's very interesting. I was sort of afraid of reading it. Because, I'm a straight, cis, heterosexual, straight male. And I wasn't sure how I would, feel with a transgender character. But, again, Welcome Back Alice sort of tackles that a little bit as well, in a way. And so does another manga on this list. I liked it. I liked what I read, and the art, as you can tell by this panel, was really nice. And it's very interesting seeing the journey this character goes through, or so far, and how these two meet, and it's very cool. I like it, and I recommend it to anyone. Next up, Silver Spoon. Boogie Snacks. He has read it all. So the other day I was at Barnes & Noble and I saw Volume 1 and I was like, I'll give it a try, So I picked it up and it was alright. Not really my cup of tea. Maybe give Volume 2 and 3 a shot if I pick them up. But the premise seems good. I'm just not really into slice of life and episodic stuff, but I'm trying to dip my toes into that a little bit more. Like I got this volume. And yeah. Silver Spoon. Give it a read. Or, at least try it. Has a lot to do with agriculture and whatnot. Next up, Destruct the Flesh. This is also about another person, or at least it's a collection of stories about humans. Like, what do I mean by humans? Like human nature, what makes us human, sorta. And I got the manga volume, and it's called To Strip the Flesh. But that's also the name of the first story in this. It's, like I said, it's a collection. It was very interesting to read, especially the first story. Like, really puts you into the mind of, like, what a transgender person might be going through in their head. Helps you, like, understand, their feelings, their emotions, and what the process for them is like. Which was really interesting to see for me, and it helped me understand more, like, oh, this, like, I understand now. Like, And then there were some other stories in this, which I liked. Some were supernatural, or at least one was. Overall, I enjoyed it, and there was an interview at the end of this. And some person, Bean guy, I don't know. He had this like Twitter thing, and he was like a gay host bar thing, and he told stories about that in his like little manga comics on Twitter or something. It was interesting, to see why, the author chose to tackle these subjects, and yes. The cats are playing. Yep, on the cat perch. Having a little King of the Hill battle. I recommend this. The art was fantastic, and if I'm correct, don't quote me on this. I don't know. I think it was the author of Spy X Family. They were an assistant to the author of Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto. Wait, did I butcher that? Oh my god, that's bad if I did. I apologize. Yeah, and I think this person might have been as well an assistant. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. But, as you can tell, their art looks great. And this is a weird panel. You see this person upside down. That's just like, cover art. But you can see on the left, I don't know, none of my videos are monetized anyway, but will that, the skinning, the filleting of an animal, sorry if that bothers anyone. Yeah. Next up. Oh, cats just ran past my room. Next up, My Hero Academia, Volume 31. Of course, I've already read the content within this before I even got it, reread it. It was a nice refresher. I like the author notes this beginning, the little things after. I think Volume 32 I also have read some of the content in it, so I might have to wait until Volume 33. But I got spoiled with some stuff about what's happening currently, and I don't know how to process it. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm like, whatever. But this volume, great art. The story's going in a great direction. I've heard the pacing gets a bit quick. I think My Hero's ending either this year, the year of 2022, or 2023. So, we'll see. Give it a read. 31 volumes. Yep. So far. 32 comes out. I don't know when. But anyway. Boop. Fire Force. Volume 27. Yes. I've used this panel before, but I can't really find any non-spoiler panels. This was the best I could do. It's great. It's a lot of action happened in this new volume, and we learned some stuff we've been wanting to learn. Art, fantastic, like I said. And the art is because of the events that are going on, the art is starting to look very similar to another series that's on this list. I'll let you guess what when I get to it. Yeah. Loved it. Not much to say because, we're so far in. And we're in the midst of this epic climatic battle. Next. Blue Period. This volume was, I can actually look, Volume 7. It was great. We finally got into, well, not finally. I'm glad it picked up. This came out sooner than I was hoping. We got to get into this next big arc. And we get to see Yuji. Is his name Yuji? This is... sorry, I have a lot in my mind. I don't remember his name. It is Yuji for sure. I just pulled it out. Ready for this? His name is Yatora. Yeah, no. I knew it began with a Y. I apologize. He looks very similar to Yuji Itadori from JJK. But we got to see him struggle in this volume, even cry due to his certain circumstances, and we're seeing the struggle, and he's sort of reaching out. It's, you have to read it to experience it. And he's, being hit with a lot, and he's learning a lot. Well, sort of. Learning a lot about himself. And I chose this panel because it shows no spoilers, but it shows that his determination, his passion, Anyway, next up. Senseis Biased Lie. Volume 2. I really liked this one a lot. We saw some connections being formed. Actually, this volume, didn't really... I don't think it showed as much SA sexual assault. Other than some characters thinking back, reminiscing on it. And this is a really spicy series. Spicy isn't very dramatic, very serious. You can see him crying on the right, in the little green triangle. And this series does a lot. It pulls at your heartstrings and makes you feel warm at the times it wants you to feel. I'm loving it. Again, I don't know the direction of the story, but I don't know like where it's gonna go. I cannot predict it, but I am like mentally predicting like things that could happen, and I'm not gonna get into that. I do see. I have a feeling justice is going to be served soon enough, hopefully. I mean, it already kind of like some stuff is starting to break apart. Anyway, I recommend you read it, but, you know, if you do, just, you know, look at the trigger warnings. Next up. Yeah, look at that. Summertime Rendering, Volume 3. I've heard the box sets have already been, like, announced. Box set 1 and box set 2. I don't know how short or long this series is, but I know, for one thing, it's really good. A lot happened. Again, we're learning a lot of things as, you know, the series goes on and progresses, and that things might not always seem what they are. And yeah, no, the series, I've described it before. It's, you know, it's like ReZero meets Steins Gate. Well, not really. No. But give it a shot, because it's all they've got. Still have yet to watch the anime. But whenever that comes out, I'll definitely give it a watch. Next up, 20th Century Boys Volume 7. Over halfway through. Yeah, actually, this is what I want to talk about. I got some on order, maybe. It is sure to be great. Wow, I mean, it is great so far, but it's sure. Like, I know there's 21st Century Boys. I know there's a volume of that. Which I'm curious, so I can't wait to get done with 20th Century Boys, and it's the 21st. There isn't much I can say. A lot is going on. I mean, especially in this volume. Major stuff went down. Some stuff was revealed, and even now I'm questioning whether or not, like, Naoki Urasawa has you thinking, like, is this real? Like, is this actually the truth? You know, I'm sure Monster does that as well, and whatnot. Please read it. I understand why it's so held up high. Next up, Attack on Titan, Volume 33. Got one more volume to go, but I've already read it online, but I'm still going to get Volume 34, so I can have the whole thing. And, you know, maybe, Isayama has some notes in it or something, which will be interesting. I know a lot of people don't like how it ended, or the direction, and to be fair, it really did take a 180, but it was Attack on Titan. It was full of mystery. It was full of, you know, and this is my favorite panel. It was actually in Volume 33, the part where Eren thinks he's found freedom. This is freedom. This is what it looks like. You know, soaring above the clouds, seeing everything. That's what he pictures this freedom as. Love it. Love it so far. I love the art. I love the action. And what's happened. My cat is at my gate. She's just looking at me like, what you doing in there, huh? What you doing? But, Zone 100, Bucket List of the Undead. This volume was volume... Ready for this? I know this. Volume 6. and it was great, as always. Some stuff finally got wrapped up. I don't know how long this series is, but I'm in for the ride. You know, it's emotional, it's quirky, it's deep, it's, you know, all kinds of things wrapped up into one. And the art is good as well, you know. Read it now. Kaiju number 8, Volume 3. This one I really liked. I really enjoyed. And where it left off, it's like, holy crap. Like, give me Volume 4, please. Wait, did I just say Volume 3? Yes, I did. Also, apparently, the backs combine with the fronts. I saw it on TikTok. Like, Volume 1. Like, if you buy separate Volume 1 and you have 2 together, the front cover of that combines with the back of that, and it's like, it makes a figure, which I saw, very cool. I think this got announced for an anime. I could be wrong. And if so, that's pretty cool. I hope it gets animated by a really good studio. Gigant. Whew. Oh my god. This recent volume. Oh, a lot happened, and the way it ended, I'm worried. I think it could wrap up soon. Actually, I want to know if Gigant is still ongoing. Let me look this up. Ready? Is Gigant finished? Oh my god. Ends in 10th volume. So we have 2 more volumes left. What? Nani desu ka? Wow. Oh my god, sorry. I'm trying to look. Also, yes, it was Tatsuki Fujimoto for Chainsaw Man. Yep, volume 8. So we only have 2 more volumes left. Man, I'm not ready. So it ended in August of 2021, if I'm correct. August, it went into its final arc in August of 2020. Yeah, it has 10 volumes. Ended in September 2021. Can't wait. And I think after I finished Gigant, after I finished 20th Century Boys and the 21st Century Boys, I think I'm going to start collecting Gants. And I know it's finished, but not all of the physicals are out. I mean, all the singles are out, but all of the omnibuses, which is what they're printing out now, I don't think all of those are out. So it should be interesting. I loved the battling, and the art was good as always. This man does not miss a single time. I hope it ends in a good way. Like, I hope there's a good ending for Gigant. It'll be my second series by this author that I've finished. I did watch Inu Yashiki, his other work. I watched the anime. It was great. So I might read that manga. I know that's pretty short, like 12 volumes or something. Anyway, next up. My Broken Myruko. I saw this, I think it got... There was a TikTok or something. I'm on Manga Talk, yeah. I don't post, but I do watch. And someone described this series, and I was like, you know what? I'll get it. So I did. And I really enjoyed it. It was interesting. It you know, I wish the ending was better, sorta, but it ended in a nice way. And it really surprises me how these authors can, you know, make these short little one volumes so good. And it's like, imagine if you expanded this world. Just imagine. Yeah, next up. Irredeemable. This is not a manga, but it is a graphic novel. And it was intense. Essentially, superhero decides he wants to kill everyone. So he does that. Almost like a certain someone from The Boys. I haven't read that yet. I got all of the volumes. I'm procrastinating, but I'm reading something else at the moment, and then I will get to it. Man, oh man, I loved this. If I'm correct, the writer was the man who originally wrote The Flash, like the first ones. And he worked on this, and it was fantastic. Towards the end, it got really like scientific, like oh, da, 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 da. But I loved it. The beginning, very interesting. Give it a read. It's one big thing. It's an omnibus, just a single omnibus. The only thing I don't like about it is it didn't have the issues. Like it didn't go like, oh, like this is issue 1, issue 2, like chapters almost. So I didn't know where a good place to stop was whenever I take a break. And that is what bothered me. And that's what I don't like when stuff does that. But sometimes it's like, whatever. Other times it's, why? Why do that? I get it, they want it to be one big story, but at the same time, I'm like, really? Please? Next up. Call of the Night. This is interesting. I sort of liked it. Of course, Vampire Girl, boy, Call of the Night. It's an anime now. I think I might watch that instead. Maybe I'll give volume 2 and 3 a shot, but this was very interesting. It wasn't really episodic, but it kind of was at the same time. Again, this is one of those series where I don't know where it's gonna go. I know I say that a lot, but it's like, I like to, like predict things. And with this, I can't. Anyway, next up. Holy shit, this one really fucked with me. It's called Killing Stalking. It's a manhwa. Yeah, it says stroke. You wanna know what he's fucking stroking? Black-haired guy's dick. I'm telling you right now. It's fucked. There's torture, there's blood, there's kidnapping, there's a whole bunch of shit. And I was reading the reviews on this, and people were like, oh my god, this is so emotional. It made me fucking cry, like, the series. And I can see why. Like, it was tough, like, to read this first volume, but it was good. Like, I liked it, and the art was great, and holy fucking shit, these people, like, at first you're like, oh, like, you know who the killer is, you know who the weird one is, and then it's like, holy shit, you got Dumb and Dumber, but weirder and weirder, creepier and creepier, stalker and stalkette. Whew. It's a lot, there's talks of sexual abuse. Of course, there's sex, there's blood, there's, gore, there's sexual things that go on. So, trigger warnings, be wary before you jump into it. And it probably will have an emotional toll on you. But I have a strong will, so I was able to push through and see this volume to the end. I liked it more than I thought I would, because at first I learned it was, sort of like boy lovish, like boy on boy, like gay, like LGBTQ, and I was like kind of iffy because I'm not really into that, because it's just heterosexual male. But then it's like, it's different than Dick Fight Island, my one purchase I fucking regret ever touching. I'm not getting back into that. But yeah, Give it a shot. It's really dark, really disturbing. It reads like a normal comic book, like Irredeemable or any other manhwa. Next up, Dog Ninja. So, I forgot I had the first 2 volumes, or at least volume 2. So I got volume 2 and 3. So I have 2 of volume 2. My pretty kitty's here. Oh, come here, my little babushka. That means grandma. But I like calling babushka to little things. Not letting you on my keyboard. It was funny. It was great in this volume. We saw Cat Bitch. That's literally her name. Her name is Cat Bitch. We saw her go into action. We saw her abilities. She's fucking strong. I like her as a character. Kissing my cat before putting her down. She wanted to get down. Don't mess with my wires, please. Yeah. I like how at the end they show fan art. I like that touch. Funny, interesting story as always. This one was Record of Ragnarok. I got spoiled in it because of what happens with someone else from a different series, and it's like, okay, this happens with this person, so yeah. Great. Love the action. Next up, Beastars. Great as always. Fantastic art. Story's going in a good direction, and I don't know what might happen next, and I'm kind of rushing because I don't know if I have enough time. Great. Love it. Next up, Soul Eater. Volume 7. Perfect edition. Great. Oh, fuck! This guy's funny. He's currently the villain. This isn't a spoiler because he's not, like, important, I don't think. Yeah, that's about it. Wait, nope, I read Satoshi Kon's Opus. This, in itself, like, the ending broke the 4th fucking wall. It's kind of one and done, because he passed away before he could complete it. So the final chapter was the chapter he couldn't complete, but he had drawn, like, a rough draft before he passed away. And he was working on this in between movies. He's the movie director, sort of like animation director for anime films, like Paprika and Perfect Blue. I haven't seen either, but I want to watch them. This is sort of like Paprika. I saw a little clip. Very interesting. Essentially, this manga artist gets sucked into his own work, and then, he's like, wada, 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 wada. So, it's interesting. He interacts with these characters. A lot of stuff. It's really cool. It's only 1 volume. Get it. Pick it up. Please. It's from the magnificent Satoshi Kon. And if this work were animated, that'd be cool. But it wouldn't work, I don't think. Hello, pretty kitty. And with that, I'm done. I will see you next month. Or later this month, maybe. And I have a lot I'm ordering. The rest of 20th Century Boys. And I will definitely talk on that probably next month. Which is not August as log, because that's this month. This is the stuff I just read is July, but I'm recording this in August. Like I said, some stuff. Yeah, September's log will have a lot of good stuff as well. See you later. Have a good day. Bye bye.